Good evening, friends. Let me welcome you once more to the Inner Sanctum. This is Raymond, your host. Come in, won't you, and sit down? No, I'm not being polite. I'd prefer you to sit, you see. Because within the next 5 minutes, you're going to be so weak in the knees that you won't be able to stand.
Inner Sanctum Mysteries again has the pleasure of bringing you the famous star of radio, screen, and stage, now featured in the current Broadway success, Arsenic and Old Lace, for your entertainment by the makers of Carter's Little Liver Pill, the best friend to your sunny disposition.
And now our story. A story based on a tale by the greatest master of the macabre that ever lived, Edgar Allan Poe. The story of a man who could hear not only every sound on earth, but even things that don't exist. So, turn down the lights, call in a friend or neighbor to keep you company, and listen to Boris Karloff as Simon in A Telltale Heart. It's early evening. The sun is just setting behind a range of low hills. On top of the nearest hill is a huge rambling building surrounded by park-like grounds. A road winds from its gates down to the little village below. Down this road comes a man. He's tall, gaunt, his hair snow white. He's so busy with his thoughts that he doesn't see the small, dark man who sits by the roadside. But just as he is about to pass him...
Good evening.
Huh? Oh, why, good evening.
Nice evening, isn't it?
Nice? Why, it's the most wonderful, perfect evening I'll ever know this side of heaven.
You don't say.
And you can't know what it's like to feel as if you've just risen from the dead. As if your tomb was opened, and you were told that you could return to the world that you knew and loved.
Can't I?
You can't. You see, my name is Simon. I was a musician. 2 years ago, I went stone deaf. Suddenly. Completely. Do you know what deafness means to a musician? It's like dying. Or worse. Like dying and knowing that you're dead. Oh, I went to doctors, but they could do nothing for me. But finally, one of them sent me to see the doctor who has the place up on the hill here.
Dr. Adair?
Yes, Dr. Adair. He kept me with him for 6 months, and now I'm going home again.
He cured you? You can hear?
Hear? Listen. Listen hard, and tell me what you can hear right now.
Nothing very much. The wind? Crickets?
Crickets and the wind. Do you know what I can hear? I can hear the grass growing, the sap rising in the trees. I can hear the stars moving in their courses. I can hear things that no man ever heard before. Now do you know why I said that this was the most wonderful evening that ever was?
Yes, Simon. But I knew why before. You see, I just left the place up on the hill myself.
You left there? You mean...
When I was taken there, I was blind.
Oh, your eyes, yes. I hadn't noticed before, but they are strange. Shall we walk on together?
Simon? Just where did you plan to go?
Well, I've been thinking about that for weeks now. All the weeks when I couldn't leave my room. I must get used to being able to hear again, gradually. From my window, I could see an old mill, just this side of the village.
Yes, it's deep in the woods, deserted. There's moss on the water wheel, and the door hangs open by one hinge.
You mean that you can see it from here?
My eyes have become as good as your hearing. You thought of going there, living there?
For a while. Until I was ready to return to the world. Oliver, why don't you come with me? Then when we are both ready, we can go back together to the world.
Hey, I could do that.
Think of what it's going to mean, how much we're going to be able to help people. You with your sight and I with my hearing.
Help them? Yes. Yes, of course. All right, Simon. We'll go to your old mill.
This way, Oliver. Up this path.
What? Someone's coming.
The farmer, he seems to be looking for something.
Good evening. I'm looking for my cow. Have you seen her?
Well, what kind of a cow is she?
A brown and a white one with a crooked horn.
Wait. I hear her. She's grazing in a field on the other side of the woods.
Hear her? That's almost a mile from here.
I have good ears.
Good. You must have ears like a fox. But that field, that's the squire's. How did she get there?
You think someone took her? Who would?
Well, it's the squire's land, but he's the richest man around here. Why should he have taken my cow?
Wait a minute. Let me see. Yes. Yes, I do see someone with your cow. He's just leaving her.
You can see that? Right through the woods?
I have good eyes.
Who is it? What's he like? Is he tall, wearing a brown jacket?
Yes.
I knew it. It's the squire. He's trying to steal my cow. I'd better go get her. Thank you very much. Perhaps I'll see you both again.
Perhaps. We'll both be staying around here for a while there in the old mill.
Why did you tell him that, Oliver? Did you really see the squire taking his cow?
I saw what he wanted me to see.
What do you mean?
He hates the squire because the squire's rich and he's poor.
But what?
Never mind, Simon. Shall we go on to the mill?
Here we are. And it's just the way I knew it would be. Quiet, peaceful, no noises, just sound. And even those are dulled by the waterfall.
Yes, it's just the way I knew it would be, too. Dark, dank. The home of the rats and spiders. We'll be happy living here with them.
Happy with rats and spiders? Why?
Because they're like me. Rats see in the dark, and spiders spin webs.
I don't understand you, Oliver. Must you always see the worst, the most evil side of everything?
Always.
But why? Don't you love people? Don't you think that this is a good world?
A good world when I was blind for more than 2 years.
But whose fault was that?
What difference does that make? I was blind. And did anyone care that I was? No. Love people. I hate them.
But, Oliver, that's wrong. You've no right to hate anyone or anything.
What's that?
What? It sounds like wings, like... Yes, there it is, there. A swallow. Why, it's frightened, trying to get out. Why, it's beating itself against the wall and... Oh, poor thing, it's hurt itself. Fallen to the ground. I'd better catch it.
Is it badly hurt?
No, I don't think so. Oh, just this one wing.
Here, let's see. Perhaps we can put a splint on it, heal it.
Do you think so? Here, Oliver. But be gentle. It's still terribly frightened.
I will. Oh,
Oliver! What are you doing to that bird?
Doing...
Blood, you've crushed the swallow, killed it.
Why, so it has.
You killed it deliberately.
You think so? I told you we all have some badness deep inside us. Even you. Here you are ready to believe the worst of me, that I'd wantonly crush a harmless little sparrow to death and... Simon.
What is it?
I don't know, but there's something in your face. Something that wasn't there before.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm going up to bed.
Simon! Simon, wait!
It wasn't he that was blind. It was I. Why, he's bad, evil, clean through. He's like one of the spiders he loves so much, lurking here and spinning cunning webs to catch innocent people in. And what he saw in my face just now, There was something there. Something that wasn't there before. Death. Why did this have to happen to me? I was so happy just a little while ago. I loved everyone, the whole world. And now I have to kill him.
And here I am, friend, Raymond, your host in the Inner Sanctum, who also loves everyone. So, Simon has decided he must murder his companion. Not because he wants to, but in order to keep him from spreading the hate and evil he seems to love. That's a charming idea. But if Oliver's eyes are as good as he says they are, good enough to see death in Simon's face, how will he be able to do it, Quite a problem, isn't it?
Well, Raymond, everyone has problems. It's the answer that counts.
It certainly does, Mr. Hurley, in a mystery drama.
Yes, and in a domestic drama, too. If you don't believe it, listen to what Agnes Vale says to her husband at the dinner table.
Oh, Bob, you haven't said a word about the cake, and I baked it especially for your birthday.
After 30, no one wants to be reminded of birthdays.
Oh, that's silly. Besides, a person's only as old as they feel.
Well, if that was the case, I'd be about 60.
You mean 90. No one could save up the grouch you've got in only 60 years.
If you felt as irritable, low, and out of sorts as I have lately, you'd be grouchy, too.
Of course I would. Anybody would. So the thing to do is not to feel that way.
What can anyone do about it?
Very simple, my dear. Try Carter's Little Liver Pills.
Right, and when you don't feel good, try Carter's Little Liver Pills. They do the work of calomel but have no calomel in them, for they are simple pills made of vegetable drugs. They wake up the flow of one of our most vital digestive juices. When this vital juice flows at the rate of 2 pints a day, it helps to digest our food and bring back the glorious feeling that goes with regularity. Then most folks feel like happy days are here again. But be sure you get the genuine Carter's Little Liver Pill.
Well, friends, are you sorry I advised you to sit down before? No, I thought not. You still want me to go on with the story of the Telltale Heart? Very well. It's a little later that same evening, and Simon is sitting in the upper story of the old deserted mill, waiting, listening.
Sleep, Oliver, sleep. Aren't you ever going to sleep? Oh, I know you're lying down. I heard you getting undressed. I even heard the thread snap when you pulled that button off your shirt. But you're not asleep yet. I can tell by your breathing, the way your heart's beating. And that's what I must wait for. The time when you're really asleep. When you close those hawk eyes that can see even in the dark. That could read murder in my face when I didn't know it was there myself. Wait a minute. There. Now you're asleep. And now I must go. Easy with the door. Careful. And even more careful going down the stairs. Shh. Don't creak like that. Suppose he wakes. No, he can't. He won't wake up. He can't. And even if he does... here we are. The door to his room. How shall I do it? Those sacks he's using as a pillow. If I pull them out and held them over his face and smothered him, that's it, yes. And then I wouldn't have to touch him. I wouldn't.
Who's that? Who's there? There is someone there. I can see you. It's Simon.
Yes, it's Simon.
What do you want? What are you doing here? I know you've come to kill me.
Yes, Oliver. I've come to kill you.
Philip, you can't do that. You can't.
Yes, Oliver, I can. And I have to. Oh, please don't struggle like that. I'm stronger than you are. You can't get away from me. You can't. You can't. That noise. Hear it? It's your heart. Beating, pounding, driving the blood through your veins. It's beating more slowly now. slower and fainter, running down like a tired clock. And I'm not going to let you go until it's stopped. So don't struggle. Don't struggle, please. Just a few seconds more. I can hardly hear it now. Just a faint, throbbing murmur. And now, even that's gone. Yes, it stopped. And you're dead. Oliver, listen. I didn't want to do it. I didn't, but I had to. You were only interested in hurting people. That's why I had to do it. And that's why I'm not going to give myself up or confess that I killed you, because I could still help people. You understand, don't you? That's why I must get rid of your body, hide it somewhere. Oh, what am I to do with you? I know. I'll keep you here, tear up the floor and hide you underneath it. Yeah. Let's see now, this crowbar. Board. And this one here, there. That should be big enough. And now, in you go. Goodbye, Oliver. Goodbye. Just put these boards back. Nail them down again with the same rusty nails. And it's done. Now I'll spread this dust over the cracks. No one will be able to tell what I've done. No, not even with your eyes. If you could still use them. What's that? A light. A lantern outside. Someone at the door. Maybe Crispy's come back again. Yes? Who is it?
It's Trent, the constable.
The constable? What do you want?
Oh, nothing much. Thought I'd drop in. Say hello.
Come in, constable. Come right in.
Thanks. Queer time of night to be visiting, but I heard there were strangers living out here, and I thought I might...
Why, of course, it's part of your job to investigate strangers, isn't it?
In a way. Not that you're a stranger, exactly.
What do you mean?
Well, you've been around here for some time, haven't you? Up at Dr. Adair's place in the hill, I mean?
Oh, yes, of course. I just left there this afternoon.
Uh-huh. And your friend, where's he? Sleeping?
Friend? Why, there's no one here with me. I'm all alone.
But the doctor said... You mind if I look around?
Oh, no, of course not.
Not that I doubt your word or anything like that.
Oh, no, don't apologize, Constable. Go right ahead. Well, Constable?
There's certainly no sign of anyone else.
Well, I told you so.
Yes, you did. Now, I'll just sit down here for a minute. I'll get my pipe going.
No, not there. Don't sit there.
Why not?
Because, well, it was just that the floor looked a little rotten right there, and I was afraid that... Oh, I guess it's all right.
Sure. Strong enough to hold me, anyway.
Don't stop me if I hurt you. Good heavens. What's that?
What's what?
That throbbing. That noise. Beating away like...
I don't hear any noise.
But you must, you... Those ears of mine. Sometimes they're too good. It's just your watch ticking.
Watch? I haven't got a watch on me.
You haven't? But then what? Oh, look, Constable, I could use a bit of exercise. Suppose I walk you back to the village.
Well, that's mighty nice of you. I'm glad to have your company. But there's no hurry, is there? Just let's sit here for a while.
I don't want to sit. Constable, will you come now? Now, this minute. If you don't, I don't know what I'll do.
Hey, you have gotten yourself into a state. Is anything the matter?
No, of course not. It's just that I get nervous, restless, and you won't mind if I walk up and down right here, will you?
If it'll make you feel any better, go ahead.
Thank you. This floor, it is noisy, isn't it? It isn't noisy enough. Constable, this lever here, I've been wondering about it. What's it for, do you know?
Yes, I think it opens the sluice, starts the middle wheel turning.
It does? Then let's try it. See if it still works. There.
Yeah, still works all right. It's quite a racket, too.
Still not loud enough. Still. Constable, for heaven's sake, will you come now and leave here with me? If you don't, I'll go back.
Look, there's no need to get so excited.
I'm not excited. I'm perfectly calm and quiet. Will you come now, right away?
But I told you.
I know what you're doing. Sitting there, pretending you haven't heard, making me stay here and listen to it, beating louder and louder and louder. All right, I confess. I killed him. I killed him. His body is right underneath you under the floor. I killed him, and that noise you hear is his heart. The beating of his telltale heart.
Hello, Dr. Adair.
Oh, Constable, hello. Well, did you find them?
Yes, Doctor. I'm glad. Some of my boys will be bringing the other one, Oliver, along in a little while.
Bringing him? What's the matter with him?
Well, sort of. They were in the old mill by the river. Simon had evidently tried to kill Oliver, but he hadn't done a good job of it. He nailed him up underneath the floor. And when we got him out, he was unconscious. He's still pretty weak.
I see. Bring Simon in, will you?
Sure. All right, Simon. In here.
Yes, Constable?
Now, turn him around so that he's facing me. That's it. Well, hello, Simon.
Hello, Doctor.
Simon, why did you run away from here this afternoon?
Run away? I didn't run away. I left. What need was there for me to stay when I was cured?
Oh. And what you did, or rather tried to do to Oliver?
That was wrong. I know it was wrong, but I had to do it. He was bad, Doctor, bad. He hated everyone, wanted to hurt them, and I couldn't let him.
You know, it's strange, Constable. 2 men, both mental cases because of a sudden affliction. But while Oliver's blindness made him hate, Simon's deafness filled him with love for all mankind.
Deafness? You mean he's deaf? But when you talk to him, he answers you.
Yes, he reads lips. That's why I had you turn him around, so he was facing me. But he's stone deaf. He will never hear again.
What's that you're saying? Deaf? But I'm not deaf. Why, there's no one can hear better than I. No one. I heard everything when I left here. Things no man has ever heard before. The song of the swan. The breathing of the fish. Why, I even heard the beating of Oliver's heart. After I'd killed him.
Yes, Simon, of course.
I'm not deaf, I tell you. I'm not. I'm not.
So, Simon did hear all the things he said he did. Even the beating of the telltale heart. And not with his ears, but with something else deep inside his poor, sick brain. Speaking of telltale heart, I saw it's not a heart at all. It's just Mr. Herlihy's knees knocking together.
And if you think you're kidding, Raymond, you're crazy.
Oh, I'm not kidding, Ed. And Mr. Karloff's audiences, that's the equivalent of applause. Since everyone's generally much too scared to show the usual approval with their hands. So we won't take any chances. We'll just use words and say, thanks, Boris Karloff, for your splendid performance of tonight's dramatization of Poe's The Telltale Heart.
It was a pleasure, Raymond, to be able to bring our friends one of the world's most famous stories. And I'm very grateful to Everett Sloane as Oliver and Santos Ortiaga, who played Christie, for the help they gave me. So now I suggest that you listen to Ed Hurley, who has some helpful advice for which you may be very grateful.
This is Raymond again, your host, getting ready to close that door to the inner sanctum and say goodnight until the same time next week. In the meantime, if you care to do a little bloodthirsty reading, try this month's Inner Sanctum novel, I'll Eat You Last, by H.C. Brandon. In case you've already read that, why not try some of the other stories by the author of tonight's mystery drama, Edgar Allan Poe? According to all critics, this writer has quite a future. Oh, good night. Pleasant dreams, huh?
Inner Sanctum Mysteries will be on the air again next Sunday night, same station, same time, with another chiller for thriller fans. So be with us then. This is Ed Hurley, speaking for the makers of Carter's Little Liver Pills and reminding you, when you don't feel good, try Carter's Little Liver Pills, the best friend to your sunny disposition.
This is the Blue Network of the National Broadcasting Company.
Inner Sanctum Mysteries, starring Senator Satrega. Brought to you by the makers of Carter's Little Liver Pills, the best friend to your sunny disposition.
Good evening, friends. It's Raymond, your host of the Inner Sanctum. Yes, he's bidding you a welcome once again. Come in. Make yourselves comfortable. That is, as comfortable as you can around this very strange man we're going to introduce to you now. Yes, he's quite a character. Someone who hates you, one and all. But don't be alarmed. There are plenty of others here just as frightened as you. So do join us, because misery loves company.
Inner Sanctum Mysteries brings you one of radio's best-known stars, Mr. Santos Ortega. Tonight, Mr. Ortega appears as Gerald Hagen in Death Has Claws, an original radio drama by Sigmund Miller, presented for your entertainment by the makers of Carter's Little Liver Pills, the laxative with the two-way action. Everybody knows what the name Carter's Little Liver Pills means. That's why, for over 60 years, folks have bought them and taken them with confidence whenever a gentle, efficient laxative was needed. Yes, and they've known, too, that the name Carter's Little Liver Pills also means added help, because they wake up the flow of a very important digestive juice. When this juice flows at the rate nature intended, it helps tone up the digestive system so that most folks can lose that bogged down, grumpy, listless feeling that so often accompanies sluggish, lazy digestion. So take advantage of this time-tested two-way relief, and always ask your druggist for genuine Carter's Little Liver Pills, the best friend to your sunny disposition.
Of the morning in the backyard of a tenement house on Bailey Street. Mr. Church, one of the tenants, has just rushed downstairs from his apartment in a fury. For the third night in succession, his sleep has been disturbed by a cat howling in the alley.
I'll bash your head. You ain't gonna break up my sleep anymore.
That's Tuesday.
Oh, hello. Didn't expect to find anyone here at this hour. You're Mr. Hagen, aren't you?
Yes, Mr. Church. Whom do you intend to kill with that bat?
Those blasted cats. I haven't been able to sleep for 3 nights. I'm all worn out.
I wouldn't do that if I were you, Mr. Church. It isn't right to take the life of a defenseless animal.
Defenseless? What about me? My sleep is more important than the miserable life of one of these pets.
Bad luck to kill a cat.
Bad luck, my eye. Oh, I get it. You're the guy who keeps a house full of cats.
I have 3 cats.
I don't care how many cats you have or whose pets they are. They ain't gonna howl anymore in this yard when I'm through with them.
I warn you, Mr. Kirsch. Leave those cats alone. I tell you, it's bad luck to kill any of these beautiful creatures.
Oh, crackpot. Can't argue with a crackpot. To me, cats are disgusting. Can't even bear to touch them.
The most beautiful creatures in the world.
Maybe they are to you, but they won't be so beautiful after I get through with them.
You had better go back to sleep and leave the cats alone.
Go back to sleep yourself. Oh, what are you doing up at this hour anyway?
I had a premonition that Apollo was in danger.
Who the devil is Apollo?
My silver gray Persian. With fur of the finest texture.
Oh, you're nuts, Mr. Higgins. I'm gonna get those cats if it takes all night.
Go back to your apartment, you fool, before it's too late.
There they are.
Don't, Mr. Kirsch.
Missed them. But I'm gonna get them.
Never strike at them again.
Let me go.
I warned you.
I won't.
You leave them alone. Kill my cats, would you? Pest, you call them. You'll never call them that again. You're dead. You loathsome boor. You ignorant lout. And I'll kill anyone else who dares to lay a hand on my beloved friend. All my enemies. I must be clever. This will be robbery. That's a robbery. Take me. Go through it. This wallet. $26. Open money. There, let's throw it away. Here you are, my beautiful one. Come. Get back before you even see that.
The doctor here.
Mrs. Kirsch?
Yes, he's Mrs. Kirsch.
Oh, sorry, Mrs. Kirsch, but you'll have to answer a few questions.
My poor Danny. Dead.
What was your husband doing in the yard?
I told him not to go downstairs. He wouldn't listen. The cats were driving him crazy. He couldn't sleep.
Did anybody hate your husband? Was he ever threatened?
Hated. No, he hated my Danny. He never bothered anyone. He was a good, hard-working husband.
Do you know what time he left the house?
About 2:30.
And when did you go down to look for him?
3 o'clock. I couldn't understand what kept him. There he was, lying in the yard, on his back, his eyes open. I screamed. I got in and everything after that. Oh, Danny.
Well, that'll be all now. Come on, Sergeant. We'll go through the rest of the house. We're going to investigate every tenant in this building. This isn't a robbery. The wallet was found alongside the body. No thief would stop to empty a wallet. Anyone who committed a murder would get away from the scene as fast as he could. Let's go, Sergeant. We'll start from the first floor and work our way up. Who's there? Open up, Mr. Police. What's the matter? Is anything wrong? One of your neighbors, Dan Kirsch, was murdered about an hour ago. Kirsch murdered? Oh, terrible. What's your name? My name's Gerald Hagen.
How come you didn't hear anything?
I was asleep.
You sleep very soundly.
Yes, I do.
Strange that you slept through all this.
Very common. Do you sleep at this hour? It'd be unusual if I weren't.
Where do you sleep, Hagen?
In the bedroom.
Why, eh?
Question was a bit obvious.
That's just a little too cool to suit me. Most anyone would be shocked and horrified being awakened in the middle of the night, told that a neighbor was murdered.
Not my nature to be excitable. I think it's a good way to be.
I'll take a look at your bed.
Follow me.
Rumpled, all right.
What are you doing?
Just feeling it. It's not too warm.
I'm sorry. It's cooled off.
How long were you asleep?
I went to sleep a little before midnight.
And you heard nothing?
No, sir, nothing at all. I can't hear anything when I'm asleep.
Are you sure you didn't hear a scream?
No, I didn't.
Let's see your hand.
What for?
I said, let's see your hand.
All right. Here they are. Nothing strange or unusual about them.
That scratch on your hand. Where did you get it?
If you look closely, you'll see that it's a few days old. I didn't kill Mr. Kirk. I have no reason to kill him or anyone else. I'm a peaceful, law-abiding citizen.
Did you know Mr. Kirsch?
Not very well. I nodded to him whenever I saw him.
Mr. Hagen, do you live alone?
Yes.
What do you do for a living?
I'm retired.
All right, Hagen, I guess that's all right now.
Good night, officer. I hope you find the criminal.
We will.
Why don't you look where you're going? You kept on my cat's tail.
I'm sorry. Hey, wait a minute. Dan Kirsch was killed trying to get rid of the farm cats which have been disturbing his sleep. Your cat might have been one of them.
Very possible.
You love cats, don't you?
Yes, I'm quite fond of them. I have three.
So, you have three.
That's right. There are 4 or 5 other families in this tenement who keep cats. I guess there are millions of people who own them as pets. There's nothing strange or queer about keeping pets.
Nothing strange about keeping a pet, but 3 is something different. I'm going now, but I'll be back. There's nothing I can pin on you, but somehow I feel that you know more than you appear to know. We'll look into this more thoroughly later. Good night, Mr. Hagen.
You contemptible meddler. Oh, I'd like to put my arms around your miserable throat and squeeze it until your eyes bulge and your face turn purple. Show myself a great effort. I can be calm when necessary. But I can also strike with the lightning speed of a cat. Beware, my foolish meddling officer. Beware of my irresistible fury. It's you, Sheba, my dainty one. You want to be correct, don't you? Being your slave, what should I do but depend upon the hours and times of your desire?
I wonder if any of Gerald Hagen's cats are lost. And if they are, you can take the word of Raymond, your host here in the Inner Sanctum, that I won't let them cross your path. But I guess you'd prefer the cat, though, to Gerald Hagen, wouldn't you? Now, he doesn't seem to like halfway measures. No. And wise folks who need a laxative don't like halfway measures either, when two-way help is probably needed. That's why they take Carter's little liver pills. The laxative with its dependable two-way action. First, Carter's little liver pills relieve irregularity, gently, sparingly. Second, they wake up the flow of a very important digestive juice, usually within a half hour. This digestive juice is a vital aid in toning up a lazy digestive system and helps most folks enjoy the happy sense of well-being that goes with a normal and proper digestion of food. So next time you need relief from the gloom of irregularity and a slowed-up digestion, don't go after them in a half-hearted way. Ask for Carter's Little Liver Pills, the time-tested laxative that helps in more ways than one. Now back to our Inner Sanctum Mysteries. You'd like another minute? Oh, no. I'm sorry, but we can't keep Hagen waiting. He's so impatient, he's liable to do anything. But don't be afraid. I'm always with you. The following night in the apartment of Mrs. Jackson, a widow living with her son Robert. She's the next-door neighbor of Hagen. The whole tenement is frightened out of its wits by the murder of Dan Kirsch, and Mrs. Jackson is no exception. She's listening to the radio.
Police working on the Kirsch murder case are in the law. The murdered man's money was discovered near the spot where the body was found, torn to shreds. Residents of Bailey Street are asked to cooperate with the police by reporting any suspicious character immediately, and to take extra precautions until the criminal is apprehended. The man may be a deranged killer. And now the sports. The boxing...
Good heavens, a madman. Bobby, come here.
Yes, Mommy?
It's time for you to go to bed, darling. I have a surprise for you. How would you like to sleep in Mommy's bed?
You, Mommy?
Yes, darling, both of us together. And you can have a holiday tomorrow.
And I don't have to go to school?
No, you can stay home with Mommy all day. Bobby, come here.
Oh, your hand's cold, Mommy.
What's happening in this house now? Who's there?
Me. Just had a telephone call that a suspicious-looking fellow was seen going into this house. Hear anybody walking past your door?
Yes, someone seemed to be in a hurry.
Which way did he go?
Well, it seemed to me as if he were going upstairs. Then I'm not sure, but I thought I heard footsteps in the vacant apartment directly above me.
Thank you, ma'am. Which one is the empty apartment?
This one off. 4th Street.
Hey, break in your room, all of you. Someone's liable to get hurt. Oh, here you are, sir. Lady downstairs says she heard footsteps in the empty apartment. You better take a look.
All right. Keep your gun ready. We don't know who's in there. You in there? Come on now.
I turned the knob and pushed the door open with my foot.
Well, there's no one in this room. Come on, we'll look through the rest of the apartment.
Oh, I guess there's no one here.
Wait. The window's open. Leads to the roof. You go around through the hallway, I'll go through the fire escape. Did you notice anything?
No, but this roof has plenty of places to hide.
Just a minute. There's something behind that ledge.
Yeah, I hear something.
Come on out or we'll shoot. Shoot at the first thing that moves from that ledge. It's only a cat. Oh, we killed it. Too bad. We can't take any chances with a dangerous killer on the loose. Come on, we'll take another look around.
My cat. Huh? What have you done to my cat?
Oh, it's you, Hagen. What are you doing here?
I heard my cat scream. What have you done to him?
Well, we shot him by accident.
Apollo. My beautiful Apollo. You heartless butcher.
Take it easy, Hagen, and watch your tongue. We didn't mean to kill your cat. We just aren't taking chances with a dangerous killer on the loose.
My poor Apollo. Dead. I wouldn't let you live. I wouldn't.
Where are you going with that cat?
Leave me alone. You've done your job.
Better call the SPCA or the Department of Sanitation to get rid of that dead animal.
Department of Sanitation. You think my cat is just refuse?
to be gotten rid of like a pail of garbage. It was a living and beautiful animal. A moment ago it had a life, a heart, consciousness, feelings, dignity. Its life was as important to it as your life is to you. How dare you call it garbage?
I didn't call it anything.
Give me back. Take it back to my room.
You'd better get rid of it fast before it begins to deteriorate.
That's my business.
He's a queer egg, that guy. Queer enough to do anything.
Beloved friend, they killed you. Some brutal, unfeeling descendants of hate drag you. I lay you down on your favorite cushion. They killed you. Your life meant nothing to them. Nothing at all. To them you were only a cat. Another animal. What do they know of your superb grace? How exquisitely and silently you walked, keeping your head erect with dignity. And you, Empress, and you, Sheba, my only remaining friend, they've killed our Apollo. No more will he sit on my lap. No more will I stroke his rich glossy fur. I'm never to hear his sweet purring again. Please, this atrocity. They shan't go unpunished. I swear it. I'll wipe that murderer from the face of the earth. I'll kill him by degrees. Let him feel the torture suffering of slow suffocation. I'll squeeze the breath from him until he begs with his eyes for pity. Until the muscles crack in his throat. Till his brow becomes damp with the cold touch of death. I promise you, Sheba, Empress, I won't rest until you're dead. Dead by my own two hands.
Who's there?
Guy, Hagen.
Who?
Hagen, your next door neighbor.
Oh, I'm sorry I made you wait, Mr. Hagen, but I'm so nervous since Mr. Place was killed. You can't be too sure in this house anymore. Every time I hear a knock on the door, my heart jumps into my mouth.
I don't think there's anything more to worry about.
You don't think the maniac will come back?
I don't think it was a maniac, Mrs. Jackson.
You don't? Well, what makes you think so?
Oh, I don't know. I just think.
Mr. Hagen, I heard about your cat being killed last night. It's a shame. He was such a beautiful animal and so smart.
He killed my pet in cold blood. Oh, I hate them.
Oh, it's terrible, I know, but I wouldn't hate them. After all, they didn't mean to do it.
All I know is that they shot Apollo. I'm worried about my other cat, Sheba. Have you seen her at all today?
Yes, she was in the hall a little while ago. Oh, I tell you, Mr. Hagen, this house is giving me a nervous breakdown. I haven't let Bobby go to school for 2 days. I'm afraid I don't know what to do. I have so much shopping to do, and I'm afraid to leave him alone. Tell me, would it be too much trouble, Mr. Hagen, if I asked you to stay with Bobby while I did some shopping?
Well, of course, Mrs. Jackson. I'll be glad to watch him for you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Not at all.
I'll just get my purse. I won't be more than 15 minutes.
That's all right. No need to worry. There's nothing special to do anyway.
Oh, yes, it has now. It just walked in.
Ah, here you are, my darling Sheba. Been hiding in the hall, haven't you?
Now, you be a good boy, Bobby. Don't keep Mr. Hagen. This is good, Mommy.
So you're having a holiday, are you, Bobby?
Yes, Miss Hagen. Mine wants me to stay home.
What's class you in?
I'm in 1A4, sitting the first or second seat.
Oh, that's very good. You know any poems?
Oh, yeah, I know. Hickory dickory dock.
Let me hear it.
Oh.
Come on, don't be shy. I tell you what, if you recite a poem, I'll recite one on.
You promise?
Yes, I promise.
Right. Hickory, Doc, the mouse ran off the clock. The clock struck one, and down he runs. Hickory, Doc.
Very good.
Now you recite.
All right. Pussycat, where have you been? I went to London to see the Queen. Pussycat, what did you there? I frightened a little mouse under her chair.
More. Tell me more.
All right, you know this one. Ding dong bell. Pussy's in the well.
Oh, you already recited one about a cat. Now tell me one about a dog.
Don't you like cats?
Oh, I like dogs better. I wish I had a dog.
They're disgusting.
Well, I like dogs 100 times better than cats.
Keep quiet, you little fool. What do you know about cats? Nothing at all.
Are you mad at me, Mr. Hagen?
I don't like little boys who don't know what they're talking about.
Oh, here you, Pussy. Here, Pussy.
Let go of her tail.
I can pick up the cat by the neck.
Get your hands off of your little brat. Just like the rest of your breed, I'll take care of you. You'll never hurt me more.
What are you doing to my boy? Are you crazy?
Torment my cat, will you?
Keep your hands off me.
Neither of you will ever lay a hand on my cats again. No one's going to save you. Freeze! Stop there, you. Don't come any nearer.
I got a knife.
Any of you come any closer? Put this knife in our heart. Hold off a moment, boys. Put that knife down, Hagen. You haven't got a chance. I warn you. Give away. You haven't a chance, Hagen. Come a little closer, Captain. I'll let you feel my fingers around your throat. You don't put that knife down immediately. I'm going to shoot your cat. I'll kill you. All right, boys, get him. There we go. Take him like that. Take him like that. There you go. You put the bracelet on. No one get Mrs. Jackson's glass of water. Take her to the bedroom. She's fainted. All right, sonny. Your mother's all right. Take him in with his mother. Oh, we got you at last, Miss Benningham. I have been keeping a close watch on you for the past few days. Did you kill Dan Kirsch? Yes, I killed him. And I do it again. He tried to kill a fellow with a bat. He got what he deserved. Did you kill anyone else? Yes. Last year, a fellow by the name of Weaver ran over one of my cats. I got his license number. A week later, I caught him in the hallway of his house. He'll never run over any more cats. You're a homicidal maniac, Hagen. A maniac, you say? Because I watch over my cats and keep them from harm? I'm the only one here with even a spark of decency. I understand the nobility of cats. The only true friends I've had. They never deserted me, no matter what happened. That's more than I can say of the human race. My partner cheated me out of my money. My wife and all my friends left me when I lost my wealth. But my cats, they've been my only true friends. Take them into the wagon, boys. My cats! I killed them all! I killed my cats! My cats! I killed them! Well, must admit, Hagen's murder motive was something unusual. Fact, it's cat. Now, if any of you ever threw a shoe at someone's cat snarling in your backyard, I'd advise you to leave quietly now and go home with a friend tonight. Well, it's about time to close the door to the Inner Sanctum until this same time next Sunday evening. Now listen in, won't you, and invite your friends, too, also. Oh, by the way, you happen to know anyone who's looking for a pet? We have 2 cats roaming around here who need a good home. Their names? Eva and Empress. Well, here they are right now. I'll just put your name and address on a slip of paper and slip it under the squeaking door. And if you want the name of a good mystery story, there's the title of this month's Inner Sanctum novel, The Death of a Novelist, by Sally Wood. During the holidays, when the spirit of giving is in the air, don't forget 2 ways you can give right now. That means so much. Give to the Red Cross. It needs your help as never before. And 2, give to Uncle Sam. Give him more power to defend America by buying United States defense bonds and saving stamps. Buy all that you can today and every day. Well, good night. Pleasant dreams. Attention, mystery fans. One of the first things a detective looks for is a motive, an all-important reason. What do you think it was that prompted John Gordon to say to his wife,
If I have to show Aunt May and Uncle Tim around again tomorrow, I'll be a nervous wreck.
Why? You've been looking forward to showing them this side for weeks.
That's right. Put me in the wrong way.
You are. Don't you suppose they can see how grouchy and irritable you've become, even with me?
Oh, don't be silly.
I'm not, John. You haven't been your cheerful self for days. Why don't you see if you can't get your good disposition back again?
How can I when I feel so lousy and sluggish?
Try Carter's little liver pill.
right, and when you don't feel good, try Carter's Little Liver Pills. They do the work of calomel, but have no calomel in them, for they are simple pills made of vegetable drugs. They wake up the flow of one of our most vital digestive juices. When this vital juice flows at the rate of about 2 pints a day, it helps to digest our food and bring back the glorious feeling that goes with regularity. Then most folks feel like happy days are here again. But be sure you get the genuine Carter's Little Liver Pills. 25 cents at all drugstores. This is the Blue Network.